Hello everyone. Welcome to cUpdate's November 17th, 2022. Welcome everybody. Hopefully this one will be not too long, but it will probably be a little bit longer of a one. I'm trying for under 20 minutes. But there's some real good important information that I want to cover with everyone and some fun stuff to talk about. So let's just jump into it. We're going to go over some of the 1, 2, 3s about the new menu, and we're going to go over some key points to customer experience that we want to keep in mind. We're going to go over some safety topics. We're going to congratulate Kaylee, welcome Reese, and yeah, here we go. I'm going to be talking quickly for this to go fast, and I will upload all these notes. And I will also suggest pausing, rewind if you want to hear something again. I am still getting over my cold. You might hear it in my voice a little bit. And thank you all for being there for me while I am battling this bug. So, all right. The menu reboot started on Monday. It has been very successful. I think we only had one complaint brought to my attention, and that person said they weren't coming back, and then they came back the next day. So you know how people are. So our menu boards that are attached to the side of the wall do not match our menu. If customers want correct menu prices, the menu on the printed menus have all of our correct prices. The menu boards will be reprinted. I'm hoping next week. It was supposed to be this week, but I've only had my brain back to being functional today. So, but that will happen very soon. Okay, as you can see on the screen, the way that the new menu works is be sure that you are fulfilling each of the required modifiers. So when you see the little red dot with the number next to it of how many modifiers you have to choose, 99% of the time it's 1. I think all of them are 1. It's just 1 to 4 for syrup flavors, and there might be additional options and whatever. But so really work on satisfying all of those modifiers. The walk-up, drive-through, patio, I noticed that when we are really busy with events, we don't have that as a habit. So I'm asking everyone to do that with every single order, to start just making it habit of which window you're on, where the order's coming from. Okay, the second thing here, that specials are only in the designated drink. This is where you need to try to remember our specials and what they are. But if you don't remember, no problem. But find out the category. And there is a printed menu A to Z of our specials in the hut right now. I will also print it out. I didn't yet. I don't know why I didn't yet, but of a reference just for baristas of where it is and what category it is. Now, if you can't find it, the last resort is to go to whatever drink it is and pick your own. So the pick your own option and the specials option under all of our drinks are priced the same, with the exception of mocha and non-mocha. But there's the option to add sauce. So for example, latte is price A. Flavored latte is price B, which is pick your own flavors. Special latte is also price B. So those are both the same price. If somebody wants to add sauce, you can totally do that within a latte button. So to get the churro special, you need to go to golden latte special. But it will be the same price if you go to latte, pick your own flavors, brown sugar, cinnamon, add caramel. So it should be the same price. It could be slightly different. which we'll have to look at. The best way to do it is to go to the drink that it is, which is golden latte. But there is that flexibility of turning the latte pick your own flavor button into mochas and golden lattes and all of that. So there's that flexibility there. But for the most part, you want to go to the drink that it is, matcha latte for Blushing Dragon. German chocolate cake is in, there's multiple specials in multiple spots as well. German chocolate cake is in both mocha, hot chocolate, and frappe, pretty sure. And keep your eye open for things that you want added to certain category groups, and just right then and there, well, as soon as you get the opportunity to, send me a text. Hey, could you add rosy cheeks to the frappe? Could you add whatever to whatever? I want to keep going on this. Okay, so I think that all makes sense. Pick your own flavors option, and it will add sauce to non-mocha drinks. And then it will say you can make a German chocolate cake in the latte pick your own flavors by adding chocolate, adding butter pecan and coconut to it. But it will be best if everyone goes to that specific drink. Okay. London fogs for us are tea lattes. The default is Earl Grey with vanilla. But the London Fog button has the option to make all the other teas into tea lattes. The London Fog Special is where you'll find the Sheila May. If somebody wants a peppermint tea with steamed milk, go to London Fog. If somebody wants a raspberry hibiscus tea with steamed milk and flavor, go to London Fog. London Fog is the tea latte place. It's just the default is Earl Grey and vanilla, but you can have it be anything. Okay. Hints, when our recipes say hint, that has now been added to the board where it shows our syrup flavors, and it's like half a pump for 8, 12, and 16 ounce, a full pump for 20 and 24 ounce, and a pump and a half for 32 ounce, I think, something like that. And that is in addition to the rest of the recipe. So for example, pistachio ice cream, 20 ounce, we'll get 4 pumps of pistachio and 1 pump of vanilla bean. The Roy's praline has changed. It used to be an even amount of the 3 flavors. Now it is all butter pecan with a hint of butter rum and a hint of French vanilla, which means half a pump for the smaller sizes of French vanilla and of butter rum, and so you'll want to break up that amount if there's 2 hints. So it's just a small little quarter pump for the smaller sizes. So I go back on what I just said, and it's half a pump of those 2 flavors for the 20 and 24 ounce. So hopefully that makes sense. You guys are awesome. Okay. Getting into the meat of this cUpdate. It's November, July, August, September, October, November. We are 16 months old as a coffee shop. 1 to 3 years is what it takes to start to make a profit as a business. So we are not at that phase. We are at establishing our customer base phase and making our bills phase. So the customer experience is so very important. All of you who have been here at Impress for a while have heard me talk about my 2 service standards that are top priority for me, and the ones that I follow as much as I can in every way, even in my own personal life. And that's being, as you can see on the screen, sensitive to the manner of the guest, and providing customized service, having genuine connection. So, all right, I'm just going to go into this next story real quick and then tie it back into those service standards. I went to Costa Vida, or was it Costa Vida? No, it wasn't Costa Vida. It was the other one, Rio something. I love that place, Cafe Rio. But I was eating my salad and I crunched on little pebbles twice, maybe even 3 times. And I know it was just because the cilantro wasn't washed all the way, but I probably, even though I love that place so much, I probably won't go back for a couple months until that experience is kind of like reset. You know what I mean? Where if that didn't happen, I wouldn't think twice about going to lunch there tomorrow. So the customer experience, we want to always be very conscientious about the details as much as we can. We can't please everyone, but we can always put our best foot forward and try our best every day. And that's all anyone can ask of anyone. So here are some ways to keep the details tight of our service so that customers feel like we have their experience in mind. It's very easy in a place of work to forget about what it's like on the other side of the counter, table, whatever. All right, so we want to always have urgency and quickness. When customers pull up and there's only one car or no cars, their expectation is that they're going to be in and out even faster than if there was a line of 3 or 4 cars. And what I've noticed, and I know this happens in all restaurants across the board, which I've worked at quite a few, that is when it's slow, it gets really slow for service as well. So I am here to remind everyone to have quickness and urgency throughout the day, not just when we have our morning rush of 5 cars, but even when it's just 1 or 2 cars. Quick service, a sense of urgency, get them on their way, and meet customer expectations. The standard time should be 1 minute 30 seconds per drink, and that is per cafe d'arte. And if you include register time, so if you're on your own, when you look up at the ticket and the ticket is counting, 3 minutes per drink is kind of the max. And if you can make it under that 3 minutes per drink, you're doing awesome. Because that, when you're by yourself, that includes taking the order and then going over to the bar. When there are 2 baristas, you can make that ticket not even hit a 1 or a 2 before you get those drinks out. When the customer is behind the car that is currently being served and they see a drink come out the window, they're going to think that they're done, that the car before them is now going to pull forward and go. So you want to make sure that all the drinks are delivered at the same time. That also helps so that none of the drinks are forgotten. You can set the drinks right next to the register or on the shelf next to the window, and you want to wait until all the drinks are there. And this is also an opportunity to repeat the order to the customer, which we'll cover more in a bit. Okay, drink consistency. It is super important that we are all making drinks the same way. So important. As much as I love customers asking for a certain barista to make their drink, they should be getting the same drink from every single barista. So there are Cafe d'Arte cards, and I will be making a full set of YouTube videos that essentially goes over every single one of our drinks. And I think I'll be doing that quite soon, so that we are all on the same page for all of our drinks. The other thing about customer, like the actual physical customer experience when they come to the shop, is the condition of the grounds. When they're driving and they look out the window and they see cigarette butts or broken beer bottles, the street that we're on isn't the best in town. We definitely are coming into Chubbuck at a moment where it's just going to grow and grow and get better and better. The Kidney Center down the street is one of the reasons we opened the coffee shop on this street, is it shows growth and improvement of the street. It's also convenient that it's across from Rick's clinic, but Chubbuck itself is going to just keep growing and growing, and we're going to become super strong of a coffee shop by the time the town is really, really pumping and doing great. This is at the 15-minute mark, so it is going to be a longer one. So we will do a part 1 and a part 2. So this is part 1. Please make a comment or ask a question. Let me know your thoughts about this, and I will see you on part 2.